watch the flight patterns. They got a helicopter. I don't know. Can you comment on the helicopter? Is there something? Is there a reason they're flying in that area? I
Yeah.
don't know. What's going on?
Good morning, guys. So, I was rewatching this interview as well as was watching a couple other channels, and they were pointing out facts from this interview, and I was like, "Whoa, let me go back and commentate on this." So, first and foremost, get all that legal mumbo jumbo out of the way. This does fall under fair use, etc., etc. So, first and foremost, I want to point out here that they mentioned helicopters. Now, I know we knew this, but with all this talk about how they did not find Kylie, searching for her in the lake itself, I'm wondering how, if there was helicopters circling and circling, they didn't see something from up above. You can hear her say here, they did not. So that stands out to me, as well as one, two, or three, maybe even four other points. Let's listen.
What's going on? Go ahead.
Yeah, so they're flying helicopters around those areas because if they're shining spotlights down to see if there's any reflection, to find her car, to see if they see anybody. We're taught here in Truckee that during the winter, in case there's an avalanche or you're trapped out in the winter, that you can shine a reflective light, like using your phone screen and shining it towards the sun to say an SOS or to let. Yeah.
I never knew that. That's very interesting. You taught me something.
Yeah.
I live in the desert. We don't worry about snow.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
but no, I know where you're at. I've been there. I've been there a bunch of times. I've been there a bunch of times. I've been there a bunch of times.
Okay, so not only does that point out that Tony says himself that he's been to Truckee a bunch of times, which we know he's a truck driver or an ex-truck driver, so I guess that could make sense. What I really find strange, or more telling about that quote, or that statement rather, is Sammy's reaction to it. She just shakes her head, yeah. Like, she doesn't say, oh, you have, or oh, wow, you've been to Truckee before. That's cool, or anything of the sort. Either they've already done this and practiced this interview, is what it tells me, or she already knows that, in my opinion. I feel as an 18-year-old girl, I've been an 18-year-old girl, if a guy was telling me, oh, I've been to your small little tiny town in the middle of Northern California, I would be like, oh, wow, you have? Did you vacation here? A lot of people vacation here. Anyways.
I know they get a ton of snow up there. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
But no, that makes perfect sense. But so they're flying around looking. So the car's nowhere in the area. She's got to be out there somewhere. Can you share your honest thoughts or opinion as to what you think may have happened to her? Do you care to share that?
I like how they make it very adamant that her car is not there while her car was found there. It's just like, wow, y'all really searched real fucking hard, right? And like everyone's just like, yeah, her car's not there. Like, it's why people are so adamant that it's odd that her car was then found 2 weeks later there. It's not like we're just a bunch of crazy crackheads, like Tony likes to say. No.
To be fully honest, my biggest concern is that somebody, and I've said this in other interviews, somebody knew she was drunk, offered to give her a ride home, and they didn't give her a ride home. I'm worried that I have a feeling, and obviously, I don't know. I have a feeling that she is still alive and she's still out there and she's still fighting, but that there's.
Do you think she just took off? Do you think?
I mean, right now I don't even want to just like throw anything out there. Like, I hope that she's somewhere safe right now and with the kids. But I mean, could she just taken off? I don't know. But if somebody has her and they're not safe, like, I want them back now. Like that's what's in my head. Like, if they're safe right now, they're gonna come back. But if they're not safe right now, that's the not knowing part. Like,
somebody else involved, and that's not confirmed. That's just what I believe. I think there has to be somebody else involved in this.
The final part of the interview that I want to point out, and again, I will give Tony his credit and link the full interview in the description below, as well as Miss Candace Starr, because she is one of the creators that I watched that pointed a lot of these things out, and some of them I came to my own conclusion, but the main point that I wanted to point out was how Candace says that Sammy tells on herself. And I can't even point it out. So here's Candace.
89 is very covered in cameras. There's not a lot of cameras there.
Shady Jones wants to ask you, on your last call, did she let you know who the quote-unquote friend was that was driving her home?
Yeah, so this is a common misconception.
It's a common misconception, although she's only been missing a few days by this point, 3 days, I believe. But this is a common misconception. You know, this just brings me back to her and her parents and what her parents do for a living. You know, as a client, the first thing you should know is to shut the fuck up. That's the first rule. You didn't. Got her! Did you hear that? You didn't do it. You dug a big hole. Watch.
She was not being driven home and she was not driving.
Watch.
So, okay. She was not being driven home and she was not driving home and she was not driving so home and she was not driving so was not driving so.
And then she.
Yeah, so this is a common misconception. She was not being driven home and she was not driving. So,
No.
okay. At the end of the
Oops,
party,
did I fuck up?
when I saw her.
So, Tony asked you, what do you think happened? And she says, to be fully honest, I think somebody knew she was drunk, you, and offered her a ride home, you, and didn't take her home, you. And then she says, yeah, this is a common misconception because she wasn't driving and she wasn't being driven. I mean, did I just fuck up? I get so confused. Oh my God.
She was supposed to give me a ride home because I had asked her to give me a ride home because I would stay later. I then realized.
Bingo. Russian roulette. She just got shot.
Later in the party that I believe she was drunk, and I knew she was drunk, and
she knew she was drunk. I believe somebody knew she was drunk. I knew she was drunk. I wanted to stay later. Hello.
Yeah, there was no way I could explain that or break it down for you like Candace did. I love her description, her channel and link is in my description, as well as Tony Dodges. So go sub up to Candace. And yeah, the links to both videos are also in the description. Let me know what you guys think. This is all alleged theory, that kind of stuff. But, you know, Candace is psychic, so she's a medium. She doesn't use the word psychic. Hit the like if you're new here, subscribe, and I will be back with more slow sleuthing. Bye, guys.